Focus this morning remains on what we are calling our Mission 2019, Vote on 2019 on India's election channel. Much happening in the last hour or so, or much expected in the next hour or so. Let's tell you what's been happening on this busy Saturday morning. In Lucknow, it's Bua-Bhatija time. Mulayam, Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati set to tie up, announce their alliance in an hour from now. Rahul Gandhi is in Dubai, courting NRIs, and Prime Minister Modi and his Lieutenant Amit Shah at the BJP National Council in the national capital, galvanizing their flock. So clearly, all the three main players at the moment are part of our focus this morning on Mission 2019. Okay, let's... Interestingly, joining us now, Javed Ansari, senior journalist, and Vineet Goenka of the BJP. Ajit Kumar Jha is there in Lucknow, editor research at India Today. Interestingly, Javed, it appears the Samajwadi Party is in the mood to give more. They are ready almost to play, in a sense, the junior partner, if I may use the word, to Mayawati in this election. In a sense, Akhilesh Yadav appearing or giving the impression of being accommodating.
The arrangement arrived at is that Mayawati takes care of Delhi, and Akhilesh, when assembly elections come, the SP will have the upper hand in Lucknow. The Congress is out of the alliance, the RLD and Nishat Party and Peace Party, and don't rule out Om Prakash Rajbhar. Om Prakash Rajbhar has been more vocal in his opposition to the BJP than even Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati. So at some point of time, there will be room for one seat for Om Prakash Rajbhar as well.
So what you are saying is that every effort is being made at the moment to give the impression that this alliance is as broad-based as possible. Because Akhilesh Yadav appears to have taken a marked shift in stand to his father Mulayam Singh Yadav. He would be the battler for every seat. Here his son seems to be more than willing to concede seats.
You know, if Mulayam Singh Yadav was up and about, if he was healthy and fit and he was still active, this alliance would never have come about. Because given the antagonism, given the kind of strong sentiments that Mayawati has for him, it would never have happened. The fact that he's now been relegated to the background and it's Akhilesh who's fronting the SP, and he's gone that extra step to accommodate Mayawati, he's very deferential to her, this has come about.
You know, Ajit Kumar Jha, is that the sense you're getting in Lucknow? That this alliance, you used this word last night to me when you were on the show, that this alliance is now being seen as a vikalp, an alternative to the BJP, which has dominated the politics now of UP since 2014. Is this alliance actually going to work on the ground? Is the big question. Are the cadres who've had 20 years of mutual hostility actually willing to work together?
Rajdeep, since I have come in the last 1 week, every person that I have talked to, they are only talking about two things in Lucknow, the Kumbh and the Samajwadi Party Vikalp. That's the main talk in every place you go. You talk to the BJP leaders, many of them seem nervous. In fact, sometimes they really seem scared. They are saying that we must do something to break the alliance. If you talk to the SP-BSP leaders, they are full of enthusiasm, euphoria in the air. They think that they have won the game already. What I still feel is that it is certainly a vikalp against what we saw in the last 1.5 years, BJP dominating the narrative here. The counter narrative has begun. But what I feel is the SP-BSP leaders hope, I think it would be better to take the Congress on board, because if you have a three-cornered contest, I think given the fact that BJP had more than 42% vote in the assembly, they stand to gain. But if there is a bipolar contest like in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, I think then this vikalp would turn into a hawa, as everyone points out in Lucknow. So I think it's very important for SP and BSP to work out this alliance into a bilateral fight with the BJP.
Okay, we'll come to that. Whether a Maha-Gadbandhan is a better option for the opposition or a Gadbandhan. But from a BJP perspective, remember the BJP, even as Mayawati and Akhilesh are planning their press conferences, holding a big meeting. Remember, it was held yesterday in Delhi. Just listen in for a moment to what Amit Shah, the BJP president, in a very strong speech had to say about this Gathbandhan between Bua and Bhatija.
बीजेपी वर्सेस ऑल हुआ है। क्यों हुआ है? एक दूसरे का मुंह न देखने वाले, एक दूसरे के साथ एक सोफे पर न बैठने वाले आज हाथ मिला मिलाकर उठा कर क्यों घूम रहे? क्योंकि उनको मालूम है कि अकेले मोदी जी को हराना असंभव है, इसलिए वो इकट्ठा हुए। मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एनडीए के 35 दल एकजुट एकमुश्त होकर चुनाव के मैदान में खड़े, और दूसरी ओर जिनका कोई न नेता है न नीति है, स्वार्थ और सत्ता के लिए एकत्रित होने वाले लोगों का एक जमघट है, गठबंधन। ये दोनों विचारधारा के बीच में ये लड़ाई है, ये युद्ध है।
Modi versus all is how Amit Shah is describing it. Vineet Goenka, is that how you are now seeing this election? Modi versus all.
Yes, see, this particular coming together of BSP and SP is something called as opportunity. And I believe that in politics it is allowed that you can come together even if you are an ardent enemy. But I heard somebody, so my driver today morning told me one line which I thought I should speak in Hindi. He said, Akhilesh ne khela daw nawa. Samne bhua, piche se haar ki dua. So, you know, they already have started putting their own B candidates, they are naming them and they are fighting.
If I may ask, what caste does your driver belong to? Because look at the way Uttar Pradesh has been shaped. Let's be clear. Uttar Pradesh's politics has been divided sharply on caste lines, more than any other state. In other states, we can talk of post-caste politics, we can't talk about it in Uttar Pradesh. So I wonder which caste, I'm sorry to ask this question, your driver belonged to.
Yeah, well, I did not ask him because he was...
okay, let me though ask the question driver. I asked.
But you know,
let me ask, is it Modi versus all?
Of course. See, you see the frustration in the face of them. One side, Mayawati ji, she is supporting Congress in Madhya Pradesh. On the other side, she is criticizing Congress. Now she is going ahead with Akhilesh ji without Congress. Akhilesh ji is talking about meeting KCR there in Telangana. And who is Mayawati ji? She talks about Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. What is Congress? Which puts a candidate against Bhimrao Ambedkar in 1952. What is Akhilesh? He is son of Mulayam Singh ji. They both don't carry a relationship together. How would he carry a relationship with Bua? And what is the relationship of Mulayam Singh ji with other parties? He supported VP Singh ji, withdrew the support. Supported Chandrasekhar ji, withdrew the support. He supported us, withdrew the support. He backstabbed Amar Singh ji. So there is a history of backstab. Do you think Mayawati ji is not aware of this? In a back mind, somewhere in the, our subconscious mind, this is running.
But they have come together for now.
That is called as opportunism.
They have come opportunism.
Let me tell you one thing, Rajdeep ji.
In the past, when you came together with Mayawati, so that 90s, was not opportunism?
So 90s, I'll tell you 90s, you and I could have said there is, yes, my brothers from, you know, the so-called backward caste were not educated. But in 2019, they are all educated thanks to channels like you, to social media. And they understand this. And this voice amongst themselves, कि नेता अपनी रोटी सेक रहे हैं, तो दे पीपल आर आस्किंग कि भाई अखिलेश आपने गैस क्यों नहीं दिया, योगी जी गैस क्यों दे रहे हैं? And that same Dalit sister of mine, she is asking one question, आपने हमको टॉयलेट नहीं दिया, मोदी जी ने टॉयलेट दिया है.
So and you're saying UP has moved beyond caste politics. People are asking questions. 2019 caste is not going to play a role in this election. Just for a moment. Yes, Javed Ansari, I know you want to respond. Listen to what Akhilesh Yadav had to say when he was asked precisely these questions by my colleague Rahul Srivastav, allegations of opportunism and more, and the fear of Modi forging this alliance. Take a look what he said.
कल आप मायावती जी बीएसपी की जो अध्यक्ष हैं उनके साथ मिलकर के एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करने वाले हैं. ये पहली बार देख रहा हूं मैं कि एक प्रेस रिलीज आया है बीएसपी की तरफ से जिसमें साइन करने वाले एक बीएसपी के नेता हैं और एक समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता है और उसमें कहा है कि एक संयुक्त प्रेस वार्ता होगी. क्या कर रहे हैं इस संयुक्त प्रेस वार्ता में?
क्योंकि वो प्रेस की को जानकारी मिली है और दोनों दलों के फैसले के बाद ही जानकारी मिली होगी. कल गठबंधन का ऐलान होगा और दोनों नेता मिलकर के अपनी बात प्रेस के माध्यम से जनता तक पहुंचाएंगे.
क्या गठबंधन है ये?
ये आम लोगों का गठबंधन है. तमाम वो गरीब,
मजबूरी का गठबंधन नहीं है.
तमाम वो गरीब लोग जिनके साथ अन्याय हुआ है, जिनको अपमानित किया है, शोषण हुआ है पिछले 4 साल के अंदर, उन सब ने मिल करके आवाज़ उठाने का फैसला लिया है। ये मजबूरी का नहीं है, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी से सीख करके गठबंधन किया है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने भी तमाम दलों को एक साथ लाने का काम किया।
आगे अगर आपका कल आप गठबंधन की घोषणा करने वाले हैं, इसमें बहुत ज़रूरी ये होगा कि कहीं कोई मतभेद अगले कुछ दिनों में ना आए। क्या आपने सारे जो चीज़ें एलिमेंट्स होते हैं एक गठबंधन के वो वर्कआउट कर लिए हैं? सीट शेयरिंग, कौन कहाँ लड़ेगा, ये सब चीज़ें वर्कड आउट है?
गठबंधन बनने से पहले और गठबंधन होने से पहले मैंने इस बात को कहा था कि भारतीय जनता
Okay, listen, you heard what Akhilesh said. ये मजबूरी का गठबंधन नहीं है. This is not being done under pressure. But the truth is, Javed Ansari, these are two political parties who were wiped out in 2014 and 2017. They are coming together because they fear irrelevance. The fear of Modi is bringing Akhilesh and Mayawati together.
Absolutely spot on. All these parties in the opposition realize that alone not one of them can take on Mr. Modi. Their only chance is if all of them band together, and that's why this is happening. Mr. Goenka said that यूपी में कास्ट नहीं है, हम यूपी के रहने वाले हैं, हमें मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है. हमें ये भी मालूम है कि ये why this गठबंधन is happening, because separately they will all sink without a trace. If they band together, this is going to be a very formidable combination.
Vinit Goenka says UP has changed. Narendra Modi is talking the language of development for UP. Mayawati and Akhilesh are the past. They talk the language of caste. Modi, according to him, is talking the language of development.
ये खुशी से मर न जाते अगर एतबार होता. You know, there's a Ghalib ka sher, I would have died with happiness if this were true. This is not true, boss. He promised a lot. Unfortunately, he's failed to deliver. In the eyes of Uttar Pradesh, I've spent 10 days. I spent my winter vacations in my village. I belong to Eastern UP, and you see the situation there. Let me tell you another thing. This combination is going to make life difficult in the Varanasi Lok Sabha seat as well.
But Dalit Yadavs who have been traditional, the traditional animosities between communities, are you telling me simply a tie-up at the top will overcome that?
Look, this has been in the works for a year. They've fought 3 by-elections together. This has worked, and much to everybody's surprise, this will work without any major hiccups in the elections.
Ajit Jha, do you believe that on the ground, this alliance, I come back to it, the Dalit Yadav animosities will be suddenly overcome because Bua and Bhatija have come together? Is the fear of Modi as great among the party workers and importantly the voters as much as it is at the top among the leaders?
Rajdeep, this entire, both the Samajwadi Party and the Bahujan Samaj Party were almost irrelevant in the last 1.5 years since the Modi government formed. Suddenly, because of the alliance, both have come back as the main alternative to the BJP. So I think whatever the compulsions, but the alliance is there to stay, number one. Number two, if you're talking about caste, everyone in the BJP, inside the BJP that has talked to me, has told me that the BJP is back to the upper caste leadership in UP. Yogi Adityanath being from the Thakur community, and Mahendra Pandey, the BJP president, is from the Brahmin community. The OBC, which came into the BJP, which gave the BJP the mandate, is completely left in the open. So many of the OBC leaders are hopping mad. So there's a lot of anger inside the BJP, and outside everyone is talking about the Ku Klux Klan. Because all these cows are roaming around in the fields, in the rural areas, hurting both Hindus and Muslims and everyone else. So there is a certain amount of anti-incumbency that is already set in. There is anger because Ayodhya is on the back foot. So the basic picture is that the only alternative coming from the BJP side is the 10% upper caste reservation and the money, 4,300 crores being plowed into Allahabad and eastern UP because of the Kumbh. Otherwise, there seems to be no agenda from the BJP side. So I think the SP-BSP is suddenly the most important factor because of this incumbency in UP.
Let's come to that, Vinit Goenka. The difference between 2014 and today is this, that in 2014, You were the challenger. There was a Samajwadi Party government in Lucknow. There was a Congress government at the center. Now you are the incumbent. Narendra Modi at the center and Yogi Adityanath at the state level. According to Ajit Kumar Jha, there is creeping anti-incumbency. We saw it even in our political stock exchange. Yogi Adityanath's graph has declined in recent months. The BJP is now facing creeping anti-incumbency.
With your permission, can I answer
Yes.
Javed?
No, first you answer this and then you can answer Javed as well.
Yeah. So, I'll tell you, 2013 I had a chance to go to Lucknow, and it was very difficult for me to travel on the roads of Lucknow because of the traffic jam which was there. And the car could not even move half a kilometer. Today Lucknow sees the metro there, and metro, when I sit there and travel, I don't ask the person who's sitting next to me कि भैया आपका नाम क्या, surname क्या, आपकी जात क्या है, and I enjoy traveling there. So I see that
metro has been built by Akhilesh Yadav.
No, maybe
it has been built by Akhilesh Yadav.
Of course, all the governments are supposed to introduce things, and
yes.
So whatever we have done today, there may be some projects will be over there. But see the difference what is there. If you go to Gazipur and see Manoj Sinha's work there, you will understand the difference. It has been transformed. It has been transformed tremendously. Go to Agra. You will see the transformation which is happening there. Now, what are the transformations there? Earlier, I used to see in Jaipur, Bangalore and in Coimbatore, only laborers coming from UP because they were unable to feed their families. Today, when I go to Jaipur, they are Bengali speaking laborers. In Bangalore, there are, the sweet water fish being sold there because they have been replaced by workers from West Bengal. And when I ask them, आप वापस क्यों जा रहे हैं? तो बोला भैया यहाँ रहने की जरूरत क्या है? We have bread and butter there. And I have seen many of my colleagues going back to Uttar Pradesh. And this is not a political statement. I can give a list of people who have gone back there with small businesses. They are happy there.
You are saying in 18 months of Yogi Adityanath coming to power, UP has
and there is a
transformed.
shortage of laborers coming from UP and Bihar in Maharashtra. You come from Goa. You tell me the Goa tourism is now facing shortage of having laborers coming from this thing. Earlier, all the people on the casinos were from there.
Respond to this. He's saying Yogi Adityanath has transformed UP.
और एक विद योर परमिशन जावेद जी, आप जैसे बहुत सीनियर में जावेद जी से बहुत पर्सनली आपका एक लाइटर मूवमेंट अगर मुझे परमिट आपने शायरी की थी, मुझे वो सुनना था वापस में भूल गया. अभी भी आपने कहा था कि यूपी में जो शायरी
गालिब की शायरी सुना दो
कि खुशी से मर न जाते अगर एतबार होता. Of all those things that you were saying कि Gazipur, I belong to Gazipur. I don't want to say anything here because
no, but tell me, is there a sense?
No,
there are two views being
जवाब देना चाहता था.
There is Vineet Goenka and the BJP worldview saying UP is being transformed. There is your worldview saying UP is still stuck in caste, that UP is still mired in caste, that Yogi
Adityanath and cows. Caste and now cows.
जावेद भाई, वो जो आपने शायरी की उसके ऊपर मुझे खाली गालिब की शायरी याद है कि जन्नत में भी दुखी थे बहुत और गालिब ना ढूंढो ना तो स्टूडियो में भी मिल जाते हैं. सर आंख खोलना है केवल, सुख है वहां पे. जन्नत के अंदर भी दुखी मिलती है अगर आपने आंख नहीं खोला तो जन्नत है. अब
so is this the India shining UP shining moment or is this the real UP moment? Here is Vineet Goenka saying UP has been transformed. There are others who are saying UP is now governed, to use the words of my friend Ajit Jha, by the Cow Klux Klan. There are two views, sir. Let's be honest.
I am generations from Maharashtra. See, I am generations from Mumbai. My first language is Marathi. I have been there for how many years? 130 years. And I'm the first one, after coming to Delhi, I chose that I'll not stay in Delhi, but I shifted to Noida. Reason, because when I drive that car here, I have to tell my driver always, सो के ऊपर मत जाइए. लेकिन अब जब ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन आता है ना तो पता चलता है कि यहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट है.
You made your point. You said there's a transformation. Very quick response.
Rajdeep, I wish half of what he was saying were true. I'd be very happy as a resident, as somebody who belongs to Uttar Pradesh. As far as this question of shortage of laborers is concerned, this started from the time Manrega was introduced. It owes itself largely to the fact, because of Manrega, now there's enough available at home. They don't need to travel. Having said that, there are huge problems in Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Yogi has not been able to do what was expected of him, and leave alone Mr. Yogi. The UP, look at a case in point is Varanasi. Varanasi expected to be the pampered constituency. Mega projects would come that way. Unfortunately, whatever has been done is too little, too late, and it's slow to take off. And I'm saying it again.
Even the Lucknow metro, Lucknow traffic, a friend of mine has just sent me, please tell Mr. Goenka, Lucknow traffic has become worse. Metro is running only on one line from airport to railway station. And even that too from Akhilesh's time. So, let's be honest. I am just making the point. You are now the incumbent. You have to defend your record. In 2014, you could criticize Akhilesh and criticize the previous governments and blame them for whatever was happening in UP. Now you are on test. Do you concede that's the big difference or not? Do you concede the big difference is this time you are going to have to project yourself in Uttar Pradesh, the achievements of Narendra Modi and Yogi Adityanath. In 2014, you could attack what Mayawati and Akhilesh had done.
I half agree with you. In 2014, it was difficult for Akhilesh to defend himself. And second part, in 2019, it is very difficult for him to defend himself or project something else. Let me give you one example. What we talk is our personal emotion. My emotions may be different, Javed Bhai's emotion will be different. But what is called as scientific data. Please take up 2 graphs from Geospatial Department of the ISRO. You will see the green cover of you going up. The fields been watered more. There is more irrigation. See the total growth of the farm production.
Farmers are angry. They are not able to sell their cows.
You and I both know how farmers' agitation can be created and not, even if there is a production. I'm talking about real production which is there. Now, I'm telling, see, let me be fair enough. The total production of the food grains in this season, particular season, has gone very, very high. Sir, I'll tell you, of cold storages, introduction of cold storages. UP never saw cold storages. Now tell me how many international schools were there 18 months back. Today I see a lot of schools there. I don't see children coming from UP in Pune Symbiosis, or I don't see people coming to Narsi Monchi. They have schools here. Do you want to say that, okay, Manreka would have given them some kind of relief.
But UP shining. Vinit Goenka says this is UP shining moment.
At least
is this
brighter.
That's your view.
It's brighter.
Okay, it's brighter than it was today. He's ready to defend the BJP's track record in Uttar Pradesh as Bua and Bhatija come together. Well, while they come together, what is Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi up to? We'll turn to the other contenders. Where do they stand in these equations that are now changing? Is this going to be the X factor of Mission 2019 and Mission 272? Back in a moment. You're watching our special coverage on India's election channel, India Today. Back in a moment.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.